all. Welcome to the session of Blender. In today's session, we are going to see how do we create a kind of a different scene which will have different kind of textures, different kind of using of shapes, and how we can add different kinds of colors to our object. So to start off with, let's start with giving it a mountain-like structure first. So let's make a kind of a lining structure here. Then we'll work with, once it is done, we have to press enter. Then we'll work with polyline. To give it a basic structure like a mountain. Once this is done, we can work with the sun structure. So we'll select this sun. We can give it a kind of a curve. Let's give it a raise. Okay. So now first thing, let me make it dark color. So let me give it a solid stroke to every shape, which is already selected, which is there as by default structure. So once this is done, let's add color to this mountains first. So for adding color, we have to go to materials and make a new color. So I'll go to add new, go for materials. In this material, I won't select stroke. I'm going to fill it with a kind of color. So I will go for the color texture, select a kind of color. Once it is done, I'm going to fill these areas. Now let me add one more material for my sun structure. So I'll say new. I will not select stroke, I will select fill. So in this, I'm going to work with yellow color for the sun structure. So here I'm going to go with a bright yellow color. So once this is done, I can select like this. So now let me make tree structure. So let's try with different kind of shape. So I will go for my arc. Okay, because I've selected this material, it's coming like this. Let me go back to my normal solid stroke. Most importantly, when we are making any structure, it should have a close boundary so that when we add colors, it should give a proper kind of thing. So let me go to my normal mode. Yeah. So yes, I have a proper kind of structure. So now let me make the whole structure of a tree. So I'll be selecting a curvy kind of structure to make like a tree, as normally we make it with a normal pencil drawing. Let me close this structure. So yeah, now this makes like a complete structure. So let's add color to this one. So I'll select my fill color, then add new material. So I'll be adding a new material, so no strokes. So let's try with stroke and see. So first let's make green color as the color for the tree. So once this is done, yes, so I've given a green color structure to my tree. Now let's go for the bark. So I can again have this structure. Let's try to make this. Okay, this will change this color as well. So I'll keep it as it is. I'll add a new material. So new material. Let me keep the stroke as it is. Let me fill it with the solid structure. So let me give it a kind of color to my back of the tree. So yeah, so this is how the tree looks like. Let me try to duplicate this. So I will go to my edit mode. I'm going to select the structure. So I will say shift to D. So I have multiple structures like this. Again I will say shift to D. So I'm going to have multiple tree structures like this. So it looks like a proper scenario. So let me just reduce scale it and bring it somewhere else with G, so it looks like as if it's behind this. I will select the structure and shift it the other side, so it looks like a complete view. Let me duplicate this also. Again shift D again to duplicate this, make it small so it looks like it's far away. So I'll just select this scaling, make it small, shift it on the other side. So it's like I have different kinds of tree structures which is being placed at different places. Again I will scale this to a smaller part, so it looks like as if the structure is there at a different kind of place. So now let's make a road kind of structure. So I'll have a way which will be taken up as a roadway in between. So let me go back to my normal mode, that is the draw mode. I will select the curve. So let me go back to my normal stroke. So I've taken selected solid stroke. Let me make it a way. Once a way is created, I'll close the structure. Let me just go for trim it a bit. Yes, now it looks like a perfect shape. So once this is done, let me go to edit mode and shift my tree. So I'll go to edit mode, select my tree and just shift it a bit. 1 minute, this has gone together. Okay, this is just in edit mode which is there. Let me delete this points. Same here, I'm going to delete this. So let me add, okay, yeah, there's a stroke which has increased, so let me just cut this. So I'll go to my draw mode, select my cut and then just delete this part. Let me add a color to this. So I will go to materials again, add new material, so new, Let me give it a stroke and then fill it with maybe let's fill it with the blue color and see how does it look like. Yes, so I will go to fill color and then fill this part like this. So this is how we make different kind of structures, scenarios using the blender, where we work with different kinds of materials, different kind of shapes and structures to look like and give it a 2D kind of view. So yeah, I've worked with scaling, I've worked with translation, the edit mode to give it different kind of effect and see how you can work with the 2D animation. Thank you.